Hey everybody, I've commented a lot on how we translate the Hebrew of Genesis 1:1, but there is one feature of this verse that I have not commented on much, and that's the fact that there is a word in the Hebrew of Genesis 1:1 that we never translate into English. It is always left untranslated, and that is the word et, which is spelled aleph tav with a segel under the aleph. And we don't translate it because we don't need to and we can't, because it is a direct object marker, and it is there to indicate that what follows after is the direct object of the verb that precedes it. And we don't use direct object markers in English. We have other ways to indicate what the direct object of the verb is, and there are other ways that other languages do it. For instance, in case-based languages, you have the accusative case to mark a word as the direct object of a verbal action. And so we don't really lose anything by not translating it, and we couldn't really translate it to begin with. It would only cause confusion if we tried to ensure it was somehow represented in translation. Now, another thing to note is that while this word is spelled using the first and the last letters of the Hebrew alphabet, there's not really significance to that. As far as we can tell, the authors of the biblical texts and the audiences among whom those texts originally circulated did not find significance to this direct object marker containing the first and the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And the idea that this is the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, is something that is mostly brought up by Christians who are trying to find significance in some of the occurrences of this word, which occurs almost 11,000 times throughout the Hebrew Bible. And good luck to anybody trying to read significance into every single one of those occurrences. So that is a contemporary renegotiation of what's going on in the text. That's an attempt to try to read significance and meaning into the text that was not going through the heads of any of the authors of the biblical text or any of its original audiences.